Welcome back to Jessup Cellars. Today we're talking about a very special wine, our 2008 Juel. This is what we consider to be one of our two flagship products. We have the Table for Four, which is our Cabernet blend, which we've been making since 2003, and we have the Juel, which is our Merlot-based blend, which we've been making just recently, since 2006. So this is just the third release of that wine as of 2008. In this year, we're making it with 75% Merlot, 15% Cabernet Sauvignon, and 10% Cabernet Franc. So definitely a right bank Bordeaux style blend if you follow those sort of things. A Merlot heavy kind of Bordeaux blend. It's got this great, really deep ruby in color, being Merlot heavy. It doesn't have that purple aspect you get from more of the Cabernet Sauvignon, but it's really lovely. It really catches the light, almost a vibrant ruby color. In the nose, it's got this really perfumed aromatic character. Merlot, being the backbone, is a little more feminine compared to Cabernet's masculine, so fuller bodied, more fleshed out, whereas Cabernet tends to be more angular, more acid and tannin backbone, and Merlot gives you the flesh to drape around the bones. So this is that really fleshy, red fruit, plum and blueberry and blackberry. And then the Cabernet and the Cabernet Franc come in, which make up 25% of the blend collectively, and that's where you get your backbone from. Pepper from that Cab Franc, both green and black, and a little bit of white pepper as well. This really runs the gamut in terms of that spicy note on the back end. Yeah, on the palate, again, plum heavy, big berry fruit. A note of almost that walk-in humidor kind of tobacco, but along with cedar and cinnamon and almost that cigar box kind of note. Good pepper note. And then the oak influence. This is 25 months in French oak, and that vanilla note comes in pretty noticeably on the finish. So you get this nice sort of vanilla ribbon that runs along with all that big berry fruit. God, this is a wine with a ton of versatility, and it's changing even as I've got it in my mouth right now. It's got a lot going on, very multi-dimensional, and every time I go back to it, I get something a little different. Yes, I'm getting more raspberry out of it, so there really are a lot of flavors going on here. Definitely berry is what I come away with. Berry, and then that plum is really central. Along with some of that spice note on the finish. This is a wine that I want with very heavily spiced meats. This is also bucco territory, great with like Moroccan lamb, or if you're vegetarian, it would be fantastic with Indian food or Ethiopian food, where you're dealing with very heavily spiced dishes. This has got, like our Table for Four, really a range of versatility, and it will change dramatically depending on the food you put around it. And everything we make here, this is one that really will stand the test of time. This is a wine that easily will last, 7 to 8 years, if not longer. But again, like I've said we just did a video on our Cabernet today as well. It's October 3rd right now, 2011. And like I said, most of our wines, I always find the most dynamic change, the most dramatic change happens within the first 24 to 36 months in this case. So you definitely get a few bottles and then try it at different stages and see what it does throughout its life, because this is a real special one. This is, I think, one of the best wines that we make right now. So we can't wait to have you join us for a glass. Thanks and cheers.